tariffs, unstable situation, broken pin on a lapel from our prime minister seeing King Charles for the first time. The first thing, come on guys, the first thing that he said, I have a broken pin. Are you kidding me right now? So is the broken Canadian pin on a lapel a perfect metaphor for exactly what is going on in Canadian real estate? So let us watch the quick video and then we'll talk about it.
Prime Minister of Canada, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. Very good to see you. Lovely to see you. Congratulations. Very much. Disaster today, sir.
My border of Canada pin broke.
No.
Yes, it fell on the tarmac,
Which is proof
of our founding peoples, the British.
drawing on.
I'm not of that rank.
Well, anyway, it's a great treat to
It's lovely. We have much to catch up on.
come and have a seat.
All right, as you saw, our Canadian Prime Minister, he arrived at King Charles Palace for a meeting and all of that stuff. And the first thing that he mentioned was a broken pin on his suit, right? I mean, isn't that crazy? Don't you have other things to talk about or kind of hide that deficiency or not as important item on the list, right? But despite all of that, he did mention the broken pin. So if we would translate what that really means, it could mean a symbolic metaphor of exactly what is going on in real estate. And we know that it is getting harder and harder, despite all of the critics out there and all of the enthusiastic moments or people that are trying to say, don't worry about it. 2025 is the year, and 2026 will get even better, right? And so be it. If that happens, hey, why not? Let us all survive. Let us all make more money. Let us all drive. But however, the market is completely broken. Real estate market, our economy is literally falling apart. And we know, right? Like, you know, the Canadians are suffering, and south of the border, you know, the United States and President Trump is hitting us with tariffs, and he's hitting the entire world with the tariffs, right? And so, but that is all impacting our businesses, right? And then when I speak to some people, to the people that understand economics and all of that stuff, they say, hey, look, you know, having a weaker dollar would help us. And yes, I do understand how that on an amateur scale, how economics work, right? I don't have a degree in economics, but why isn't everyone fighting for that, right? Like, why aren't all the countries fighting for that weaker currency? No, it's the contrary. Everybody's fighting for a more stronger currency, more impactful economy. So why are we running in reverse, right? So I don't think we want to run in the reverse. I believe we don't have much choice, or we don't have another choice but to be framed in this current situation, and we're trying to have that softer landing, right? So getting back to real estate, right? Like me being in Toronto and Toronto GTA, currently I am in Mississauga, beautiful pocket of poor credit here, right? But we see that all real estate brackets, all real estate pricing and styles of real estate are suffering, right? So, you know, the style of a condo, right? It's finished. It's devastated. It's terrifying, right? Pre-con it's dead. Nobody is buying pre-con or investing or see that they will see any future gains or benefits actually purchasing a pre-construction unit, right? Why? Well, so many reasons, right? It is hard to predict what will happen because we don't have a strong economy and we cannot forecast, right? We don't have the ability to forecast what is about to come, right? Like we cannot forecast 4 years, 5 years out. We cannot even forecast a month out, right? So this is where we're at, right? So therefore, I believe that obviously pre-con is literally the slowest it has ever been. Now, when we get to other styles of real estate, right? We have, freehold and homes, and a lot of people, are debating here, right? That type or that style of real estate will not be impacted. Well, why not? Like, why is that so much more secure than everything else? Well, I'm gonna try to explain my side, my take on it, right? And I believe that a lot of freehold real estate is already tied to a condo market, right? And you would ask, how so? Well, it is tied because most of people during the peak of real estate, when all of the equities kept rising, were dipping into their savings and their equity gains and were buying these pre-construction units, right? So looking at that situation, it is safe to say that it's not safe anymore, right? Because it's already tied to a style of real estate that's not doing that well, right? So, and then you have other segments like, businesses and people investing, right? Like I haven't heard in a while, like if we go back 2 years now, right? Like I haven't heard any investor outside Canada come to Canada and invested, right? So many reasons, right? One, we have a ban. Well, we had a ban till January 1st of 2025. And then that got extended and pushed to January 1st of 2027, right? So 2 more years. But then even businesses, who would want to invest now in Canadian economy? Because we're not even sure where we're going with this. Like nobody can guarantee or predict what will happen in the future. So those are the problems that we're facing in Canada, right? Being hit with the tariffs, not knowing what to do next, right? And you have to be able to offset some of these things in an economy, right? You get hit by a tariff, okay, you offset it with something else, right? So another strong point is that we had, problems in the last decade or two, right? And we have been bailed out, right? We have been bailed out by different institutions, government institutions and bank institutions and all of that stuff, right? But I feel that now we got to a point where there are no more bailouts, right? Or at least not to that extent, not that powerful bailouts that could offset that situation and that could ignite the market, right? So the only way right now, right, if you summarize everything, weaker dollar, right? Tariffs, unstable situation, broken pin on a lapel from our prime minister seeing King Charles for the first time. The first thing, come on guys, the first thing that he said, I have a broken pin. Are you kidding me right now? Right? So is that how we are fighting? Are we fighting our economy with a broken pin and a broken flag, right? Like, so it, to me, it is concerning, right? So one of these advices or like a friendly advice, like you don't have to take it, obviously, this is my take, right? Try to try to pay as much of debt as you can. Don't get involved in more unnecessary spending, right? And yes, it is the contrary of growing the economy. But I don't think us small individuals can help that extent. I mean, we are in so much debt and the hole is so big that we cannot drain ourselves to save it. So what will happen? I don't know. Maybe the offset, maybe that crash that many believed or still believe it's not coming at all. Maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is a sign when, you know, King Charles mentioned, well, your pin is broken, do you want mine, kind of thing, right? So I don't know, right? So let's see what will happen. I hope you stay strong. The nicer weather is around the corner. Try to be lean when it comes to your financing and prepare yourself, because it looks like a bigger storm, financial storm, is around the corner. So thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe if you like this type of content, and I'll see you in the next one.